Hey friends, welcome to another video from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. John here, and today we're going to be doing a review of a fragrance from Tom Ford, and it is Ombré Leather. If you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure notifications are turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload that sweet smelling, savory, fragrance related content. All right, so this isn't a first impression. I have owned in the past, Ombré Leather by Tom Ford. And so we are just doing a full review of this fragrance, and we'll also compare it to Just Jack Ombré Suede. All right, so get our initial blast here, and what I did is I just bought another decant here. This is from perfume.com, not a sponsor, but I'm very familiar with this fragrance. It's one of my favorite leather fragrances, and wanted to do it and compare it to this one from Armaf. It's actually they brand it as Just Jack, but it's Ombré Suede. And when I got this one, I did not have any bottles or decants of Ombré Leather, so I wasn't actually able to compare them side by side. So I'm gonna get a fresh, I've got this on a dry down. Gonna get a fresh blast of it as well, and we will compare. All right. What I like about Ombré Leather is it has this kind of, even though there's no fruit mentioned in the note breakdown, it just has this kind of flowery, fruity, top to it. And then a real nice leather note. Top notes, cardamom, which is one of my favorite spices. I guess between saffron and cardamom are two of my favorite top notes in perfumery that are not citrus notes. Middle notes here are leather, jasmine, and the base notes amber, moss, and patchouli. And this is just a beautiful leather fragrance. It's so easy to wear. It's so supple and soft and everything. It's just really nice. Now, the Just Jack version is noticeably rougher. And what I mean by that is the leather accord in the Tom Ford version smells more like a soft, supple leather. I don't even know if I would describe it as a suede leather accord, because to me, suede leather a lot of times smells a little more rough, a little more rugged. It's the raw side of the leather, not the finished side. Just Jack smells more like raw leather, where Tom Ford smells more like finished leather, if that makes any sense at all to you. Where Just Jack smells like maybe a leather belt. Ombré Leather from Tom Ford smells like a really nice leather bag, or a really soft, nice, almost like lambskin leather jacket, black leather jacket. It's a very, the Tom Ford is a very realistic leather note. Leather is not something that you can squeeze and get an oil from. So anytime leather is used, it is aroma chemicals that are combined on the molecular level to make it smell like the way leather smells. You can't distill leather and get an oil from it. And just the main difference to me is the quality. So this is going to be one of those cases where I'm going to tell you, because all right, so Just Jack by Armand Ombré Suede, you're going to pick that fragrance up for, I don't know, $30 to $35. You might can steal it for less than that. It's a good buy. It gets better as it dries down. So the longer you have it on, the closer to Ombré Leather it gets, but it never gets close enough for my taste to justify having it instead of the other, even though I do. I know that sounds kind of hypocritical because I own Just Jack and I don't own a full bottle of Ombré Leather. But I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase another one because Ombré Leather has been moved from the signature line, or from the premium line down to the signature line, or whatever. It's, you know, put down in the round bottle instead of the square bottle. And you can pick it up at discounters for around $115, $20. And to me, that's a justifiable price. I think all niche perfumes should be in the $150 range or less, honestly, because the difference in a designer, the cost of production on a designer fragrance that retails for $85, the cost of production is probably around $2.50 to $3. The cost of production on a fragrance that costs $300 is around $6. It's double the price, but they're asking for, you know, 5 to 10 times the markup. So that's why I have a problem paying full price, or even, you know, reaching out for the high discounted prices. And sometimes it's worth it. And so at $120, I prefer Ombré Leather by Tom Ford above a $35 bottle of Just Jack Ombré Suede. So this is one of the, usually in my video, the clone wins. Here in Clone Wars, the clone loses. All right. I really like Tom Ford Ombré Leather. It is a very, very good fragrance. Simple leather with a little sweet, fruity flower note. It's that jasmine and that cardamom mixing. It's a little amber and resinous. It's got oak moss and patchouli and the dry down. What more could you ask for? All right, folks, let me know what you think about these two fragrances, or just one or the other. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Like this video if you would. If you didn't like it, press dislike. I don't care. Just do something. Let me know that you're out there and you're watching. All right. Till we see you down the road, we say God bless. Frag on, Frag fam.